Welcome to an English lesson with English with Miss Julia. This lesson is aimed at B1 level and the topic for this lesson is making choices. In this lesson, we will look at exercises around reading, writing, and listening. We will also look at the use of vocabulary as well as grammatic structures. I encourage you to stop the video as often as you can and attempt the answers on your own before seeing them. A kind reminder to regularly practice your pronunciation. On that, let's get started. Here we see pictures A, B, C, D, and E. We are required to match these pictures to the words or the phrases found in the box on the left, and they are applying for a job, get some work experience, quit your job, retire early, take a gap year. Now match these phrases or words to the pictures on the right. Picture A is to get some work experience. Picture B, taking a gap year. A gap year is the year straight after school when you don't attend a university or college, but rather take some time to do either traveling or working experience on your own. Picture C is an elderly couple, but we can see that they still have energy and look young. So this is retiring early or to retire early. Picture D relates to quitting or to quit your job. Finally, picture E is to apply for a job. Now we are required to put these events into the order someone might do them. After school, we may consider to take a gap year. Then we go on to getting some work experience, after which we will apply for a job. After some time at being at a job, we might find a better job, then we would quit our existing job. After several years of working, we can then consider to retire early. Our first exercise is a reading exercise, and it's a typical example of what you will find in the official exam in reading part 6. We are required to read the article about 4 different universities. However, we do not complete the gaps at this stage. Would you choose to study at a college or university like this? At Worcester University, England, there are students take very few exams. Those studying an English degree only have hand-in essays in their 3rd year. A small number of students who studying at Cleveland Institute of Music, USA, can live at a local retirement home. These students don't pay rent in exchange for spending time, the elderly people living there and playing concerts. At Mondragon University, Spain, students studying leadership and innovation set up, own companies and try to earn enough money to pay for their next year at university. Students at Deep Springs University, USA, live on a large animal farm in the middle of Californian desert. Classes are very small, usually between 4-12 students on each course. In exercise number 2 of the reading part 6, we are required to identify what type of word is missing in each gap 1 through to 6. Is it a verb, a preposition, or anything else? We can see that number 1 is probably a relative pronoun. Number 2 will be a preposition. Number 3, a verb. Number 4, a preposition. Number 5, a pronoun. And number 6, a linker. Moving on to exercise number 3, we will read the text again and then write the word which best fits each gap. At Worcester University, England, there are students who take very few exams. Those studying an English degree only have to hand in essays in their 3rd year. A small number of students who are studying at Cleveland Institute of Music, USA, can live at a local retirement home. These students don't pay rent in exchange for spending time with the elderly people living there and playing concerts. At Mondragon University, Spain, students studying leadership and innovation set up their own companies and try to earn enough money to pay for their next year at university. Students at Deep Springs University, USA, live on a large animal farm in the middle of the Californian desert. Classes are very small, usually between 4 and 12 students on each course. In exercise number 4, we look at the title of the article and the photos. At the outset, what do you think the article is about? When we look at the heading, follow your interests with one of these unusual qualifications. We see a lady putting flowers together, a man wearing a funny nose with a microphone. We see a lady with a horse, and the last picture, a man on a surfboard. These are some unusual university courses. In exercise number 5, we are required to read the text. However, for now we will not complete the gaps. People who know they want to be doctors study medicine and future lawyers study law. But what? Those who don't know what they want to be but know what they enjoy. Equestrian psychology is perfect for horse lovers who are keen to understand this animal's behavior. There's even an opportunity to take part in exchange program with universities in Australia, Hungary, or Canada. An option for water sport fans is a degree in surf science and technology. Students do subjects such as geography, surf culture, and how to be safe in the water. Back on land, someone who likes plants can apply for a degree in floral design and learn how to arrange flowers for a living. And finally, people enjoy making friends or family members laugh should consider a degree in stand-up comedy. Apart, regular classes, They also have the chance to perform in comedy clubs. Now let's read the article once more and think of the word which best fits each gap. People who know they want to be doctors study medicine, and future lawyers study law. But what about those who don't know what they want to be, but know what they enjoy? Equestrian psychology is perfect for horse lovers who are keen to understand this animal's behavior. There's even an opportunity to take part in an exchange program with universities in Australia, Hungary, or Canada. An option for water sport fans is a degree in surf science and technology. Students do subjects such as geography, surf culture, and how to be safe in the water. Back on land, someone who likes plants can apply for a degree in floral design and learn how to arrange flowers for a living. And finally, people who enjoy making friends or family members laugh should consider a degree in stand-up comedy. Apart from regular classes, they also have the chance to perform in comedy clubs. In exercise number 7 of the reading part 6 in the exams, we look at a couple of phrases and words which relates to what makes a good college or university. We are required to make notes on using such ideas. The words or phrases can be accommodation, classrooms and facilities, fees and other costs, journey and location, teachers and courses, timetable and exams. Here are some sample answers. The accommodation should be within walking distance. The classrooms and facilities should be modern or up to date. I must be able to afford the fees and other costs. It's important to think about how the location will impact my overall journey. I look forward to having teachers who are well experienced in all of our courses. I have seen the timetable and I am happy that it will give me enough time to study for the exams. Moving on to vocabulary. Exam candidates often make mistakes with fail, pass, take, lose, miss, study, and teach. In exercise number 1, we are required to complete the definitions with the words given in the box. The words are fail, pass, take. The sentences are number 1, we have to, an exam at the end of the course. And the meaning of this would be to do an official test. Number 2, I hope the exam and get a good mark. The meaning of this will be to be successful in an exam. Number 3, I'm studying a lot because I don't want to my exam. And the meaning of this will be not be successful in an exam. Number 1, we have to take an exam at the end of this course, which means we have to do an official test. Number 2, I hope to pass the exam and get a good mark. This means to be successful in an exam. Number 3, I'm studying a lot because I don't want to fail my exam. The meaning is, I do not want to be not successful or unsuccessful in an exam. The next box includes lose or miss, and the sentences are, I don't want to my music lesson. The meaning would be not go to something which happens or arrive too late to get on a bus or a train, etc. I often my keys, which would mean not be able to find something or someone. Correct answer is I don't want to miss my music lesson. I often lose my keys. The next box contains the words learn, study, teach. The sentences are number 6, I want to how to ride a horse. And the meaning would be get new knowledge of skills. Number 7, a colleague is going me how to change the tire on my car. The meaning of this would be give new knowledge or skills. Number 8, my brother would like to biology at university, and the meaning would be go to classes, read books, etc. to try to understand new ideas and facts. The correct answers: I want to learn how to ride a horse. A colleague is going to teach me how to change the tire on my car. My brother would like to study biology at university. Still on the vocabulary of fail, pass, take, lose, miss, study, and teach, in exercise number 2, we need to choose the correct option in italics. And sentence number 1 reads, do you ever take or make exams? Correct answer is, do you ever take exams? Number 2, do you ever miss or lose your mobile, keys or bag? Correct answer is, do you ever lose your mobile, keys or bag? Number 3, what subject or subjects did your favorite teacher teach or learn you? Correct answer, what subject or subjects did your favorite teacher teach you? Number 4, would you like to take or learn a new sport, language, or musical instrument? Correct answer is, would you like to learn a new sport, language, or musical instrument? Number 5, is it sometimes okay to miss or to lose lessons or work? Correct answer is it sometimes okay to miss lessons or work? Number 6, what kinds of subjects do people in your country learn or study at university? Correct answer is, what kind of subjects do people in your country study at university? Number 7, would you like to be a school teacher or university lecturer? What subject would you like to teach or to learn? Correct answer. Would you like to be a school teacher or a university lecturer? What subject would you like to teach? Number 8. Do you think that people who never fail or pass exams are more intelligent than others? Or have they just better memories? Correct answer. Do you think that people who never fail exams are more intelligent than others? Or have they just better memories? Let's look at past simple and the use thereof in the sense of the verb to be. Here are examples of both positive and negative forms, as well as the question forms and short answers. Positive and negative forms. We could use I, he, she, or it, was in the positive sense, or wasn't in the negative sense, here, yesterday. If we look at the use of to be with you, we, or they, were or weren't here yesterday. Question forms and the short answers. We would always start the question with was or were when asking the question. An example is I, he, she, or it here yesterday. And in the plural form, were you, we, or they here yesterday? In response to that with a short answer, yes, I, he, she, or it was, or yes, you, we, or they were in the plural form. In a negative short answer form, no, I, he, she, it wasn't, and the plural form, no, you, we, they weren't. Looking at other verbs, both regular and irregular, we can see in this example the regular of play and the irregular verb form go. Examples of both positive and negative forms, we can say I, you, we, they, he, she, it played. In the negative form, didn't play tennis yesterday. Or I, you, we, they, he, she, it went for go or didn't go to work yesterday. So there you can see the irregular form changing from go to went in the past simple, or a negative form, didn't go. In the question forms and the short answers of these same regular and irregular verbs, we can see did, I, you, we, they, he, she, it play tennis yesterday? Or go to work yesterday? And in answering these short questions, we could say, yes, I, you, we, they, he, she, it did as a short answer in the positive form, and no, didn't as a short answer for the negative form. It is important to note the spelling of regular past simple verbs. For regular verbs, we add ed to the base form of the verb, or d if the verb already ends in e. The examples here for verbs ending in a consonant plus less y, add a ied. And examples here are given study, which is in the present simple. When we change it to the past simple, we drop the y and we add IED. Another example of the verb carry in the present simple form, we change by dropping the Y and adding the IED to make it past simple. If the verb ending in a vowel plus a consonant, which is with stress on the last syllable, double the final consonant and add an ED. Here are some examples. The present simple form of plan changes to PLANNED to make it a past simple form. The verb prefer in the present simple changes to PREFERRED to make it a past simple form. Drop becomes DROPPED. Verbs ending in a vowel plus L. Double the L and add ED. The present simple examples of the verbs are travel and control. Both these verbs get a double L ED at the end to make it a past simple form. Finally, verbs ending in a vowel plus consonant and there is no stress on the last syllable, we see in the present simple form happen and visit, simply add ed to the end, making it happened, visited. In summary, when using the past simple form, we talk about past actions or events or states which have finished or been completed. An example is Jenny was tired after she went ice skating. We use the past simple form when repeated past actions have taken place. I cycled to university every day when I was a student. And we use past simple form for a sequence of past actions. We left home, walked to the station, and caught the train. Now we have some exercises in the use of past simple. Exercise number 1 tells us that before university, Emily went to Mexico City to do some work experience. What differences do you think she found between her life in Canada and in Mexico? A sample answer could be, life in St. Andrews is very quiet. It is a very small town and there isn't much to do, while Mexico City is an enormous city with many people and there is a lot to see and do. In exercise number 2, we are going to listen to Emily talking about her experience. While we listen, we are required to make some notes on how the city, the shops, and the entertainment were different. Let's listen.
Unit 2. Grammar. Exercise 2.
Emily Cale's finishing her degree in chemistry right now. She's here with us today to talk about the 9 months she spent abroad when she left school. Hello, Emily.
Hi.
So, where did you go?
I went to Mexico for 9 months and I worked in a laboratory.
Young people often go straight to university in their own country when they leave school. Why did you decide to work abroad?
When I left school, I wanted to get some work experience to be sure that I really wanted to study chemistry and I wanted to improve my Spanish. Mexico City is the capital, of course, and it's also the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world.
How did you find a place in the laboratory?
My dad contacted an agency, and they found me a place to do work experience in a research center.
Where did you stay?
I stayed with Alicia and her family in Mexico City. Alicia's around my age, and we got on really well.
Did you speak Spanish before you went?
Yes, I did. I studied French and Spanish at school, and I thought I was good at languages. But when I got to Mexico, I couldn't say anything. It was awful.
How did you feel when you first arrived?
To tell you the truth, when I arrived, I was scared. Mexico City is so different from my hometown. It's enormous. And of course, I didn't know anyone.
Did you like the city?
I liked it a lot. You see, there's so much to see and do, unlike St. Andrews, my hometown. There are shopping centers, museums, large cinemas with a choice of films, and then there are restaurants with food from all over the world.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Oh, yes, I did. I loved working in the laboratory. My Spanish also got better, and I even began to dream in Spanish. I made so many really good friends, and Alicia is coming to stay with me very soon.
Thank you, Emily. And if you'd like to know more about getting work experience abroad, contact us.
Here are some examples of notes that we could have made while listening to the audio. The city, Mexico City, a very large city. Shops and entertainment, shopping centers, museums, large cinemas with a choice of films, restaurants with food from all over the world. In exercise number 3, we are required to write the interview's questions using you and the past simple. Number 1 will be where, go. 2, why decide to work abroad. 3, how find a place in the laboratory. 4, where stay. 5, speak Spanish before go. 6, how feel when first arrive. 7, like the city. 8, enjoy the experience. Take a moment now and see if you can manage to write the interviewer's questions on your own. And remember to use you and the past simple. Now let's look at the answers. Where did you go? Why did you decide to work abroad? How did you find a place in the laboratory? Where did you stay? Did you speak Spanish before you went? How did you feel when you first arrived? Did you like the city? Did you enjoy the experience? In exercise number 4, we are required to listen to the audio once more and then to complete Emily's answers. Number 1, I to Mexico for 9 months. 2, I to get some work experience and improve my Spanish. 3, my dad, an agency and they, me a place. Number 4, I with Alicia and her family. Number 5, yes, I did. I French and Spanish at school. 6, when I scared. 7, I eat a lot. 8, oh yes, I did. I working in the laboratory.
Unit 2. Grammar. Exercise 2.
Emily Cale's finishing her degree in chemistry right now. She's here with us today to talk about the 9 months she spent abroad when she left school. Hello, Emily.
Hi.
So, where did you go?
I went to Mexico for 9 months, and I worked in a laboratory.
Young people often go straight to university in their own country when they leave school. Why did you decide to work abroad?
When I left school, I wanted to get some work experience to be sure that I really wanted to study chemistry, and I wanted to improve my Spanish. Mexico City is the capital, of course, and it's also the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world.
How did you find a place in the laboratory?
My dad contacted an agency, and they found me a place to do work experience in a research center.
Where did you stay?
I stayed with Alicia and her family in Mexico City. Alicia's around my age, and we got on really well.
Did you speak Spanish before you went?
Yes, I did. I studied French and Spanish at school, and I thought I was good at languages. But when I got to Mexico, I couldn't say anything. It was awful.
How did you feel when you first arrived?
To tell you the truth, when I arrived, I was scared. Mexico City is so different from my hometown. It's enormous. And of course, I didn't know anyone.
Did you like the city?
I liked it a lot. You see, there's so much to see and do, unlike St. Andrews, my hometown. There are shopping centers, museums, large cinemas with a choice of films, and then there are restaurants with food from all over the world.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Oh, yes, I did. I loved working in the laboratory. My Spanish also got better, and I even began to dream in Spanish. I made so many really good friends, and Alicia is coming to stay with me very soon.
Thank you, Emily. And if you'd like to know more about getting work experience abroad, contact us.
Let's look at Emily's answers. I went to Mexico for 9 months. I wanted to get some work experience and improve my Spanish. My dad contacted an agency and they found me a place. I stayed with Alicia and her family. Yes, I did. I studied French and Spanish at school. When I arrived, I was scared. I liked it a lot. Oh, yes, I did. I loved working in the laboratory. In exercise number 5, we have another look at Emily's answers, and we are required to underline the regular past simple forms, and then following that, we will circle the irregular past simple form. First, regular past simple form is seen in sentence number 2, wanted. We also see it in sentence number 3, contacted. Sentence number 4, stayed. Sentence 5, studied. Sentence 6, arrived. Number 7, liked. Number 8, loved. Now we will circle the irregular past simple forms. Went in sentence number 1, found in sentence number 3, and was in sentence number 6. In exercise number 6, we are asked to listen to the sentences. We are also asked, how do we pronounce these regular past simple forms with an ed ending? We are asked to choose from the options. There are 3 following each of the sentences. Let's listen and decide.
Unit 2. Pronunciation. Exercise 6. 1,
I wanted to improve my Spanish.
2,
I stayed with Alicia and her family.
3,
I liked the city a lot.
In number 1, you would have heard wanted. In number 2, you would have heard stayed. And in number 3, you would have heard I liked. Exercise number 7. Here we are required to complete the table with the past simple form of the verbs in the box. The words are arrive, contact, decide, enjoy, help, invite, like, love, stay, study, want, watch, work. Listen to the audio and identify when changing the past simple form whether the word ends in a D sound, T sound, or id sound. Let's listen.
Unit 2. Pronunciation. Exercise 7.
D. Arrived. Enjoyed. Loved. Stayed. Studied. T. Helped. Liked. Watched. Worked. Id. Contacted. Decided. Invited. Needed. Wanted.
Let's look at the correct form of the past simple with the verbs that were shown in the box. Arrived, enjoyed, loved, studied, liked, helped, watched, worked, contacted, decided, needed, invited. Well done if you managed to complete the entire lesson, and congratulations for whichever improvements you achieved. Please like if you enjoyed the lesson and subscribe so that other users who wish to complete or improve their English level may enjoy too. See you in our next lesson.